Love in the 21st century has a huge obstacle it has never faced before. It's called the internet. Not only are devices replacing in person communication, not only are dating apps reducing real people to commodities, not only are AI chatbots stepping in for real intimacy, but the internet is spreading toxic advice far and wide. And that toxic advice might just be responsible for some of your struggles with men. Hey, I'm Amy, and you're watching Your Brilliance TV. So, I've seen the transformation that comes over men that consume this kind of content online, and it is heartbreaking. They become suspicious of women, resentful of social niceties, quick to take offense and attack. And if you don't know what's happening, you might worry it's you. You might think that you're doing something wrong when in reality, he's been primed to see everything a woman does in a negative light. Now, I want you to understand what's going on so that you can spot those red flags and those warning signs. Because even a man you have loved for years can get up in this content and can start to behave differently. You might notice that he's begun to act like more of a jerk. He's rude to you. He's disrespectful. And you might worry that he's getting tired of the relationship or he's falling out of love with you. When the truth is, he's being told to act this way. He's watching videos and reading online content that's telling him the number one rule of triggering a woman's attraction is dominate. Be in control, be in charge, tell her what to do, keep her in her place. And he's even being told that unless he does all those things, his partner will lose interest in him, cheat on him, and leave him for a more dominant man. Yeah, many men really believe this, even smart men, even men who should know better, because that content is everywhere online. And the more you hear something, the more it worms its way into your brain until you begin to believe it. Single men today are being told that they will never meet a woman if they're a nice guy. They'll never get anywhere if they're romantic and respectful. There's no point in buying a woman a drink or bringing her a gift because she'll use you and abandon you as soon as a man with higher status comes along. Relationship skills and emotional intelligence are wimps. Real men dominate. So you might be thinking, so what can I do then? How can I meet a good guy when so many guys are thinking that being a jerk is the way to a woman's heart? Well, luckily, there are men out there who are resisting. They don't care if they're condemning themselves to a life of permanent bachelorhood because their integrity matters more. So when you meet a new guy, you can ask him questions like, what's an example of a man you really respect and look up to? What's an example of a woman you really respect and look up to? What do you think is the best thing about men? What do you think is the best thing about women? What's something you have learned from a man in your life? What's something you have learned from a woman in your life? Now, don't dump all of these on him at once, of course. We're talking about a conversation, not an interrogation. But if you slip in these questions, you will find that in general, most folks like, respect, and learn from people regardless of their sex. We can find something in everyone, and that's a strong green light. Now, if you would like more information about how love is changing in the 21st century, then make sure to subscribe to my channel for more insights into modern dating. I have been a love coach for 20 years. And I remember how it used to be back in the days when men were creating this new philosophy of attracting women in this space called the seduction community. And I never imagined back then that this dating advice would turn into what it's turned into. So, in one of my next videos, I will share a little bit more about where this dating advice for men came from and how it might be affecting you today. See you then.